Hello again, this is Mr. Debets, and in today's tutorial I'm going to show you how to add and edit keyframes within Adobe After Effects. Something important to understand about keyframes is to first know what your frame rate is in your composition. So right now in this composition the frame rate is 29.97, which basically means that I'm going to have about 30 frames per second. Now, a keyframe is a marker that tells After Effects where an animation starts and ends. When you set 2 or more keyframes, After Effects automatically fills in the motion or changes between them. This process is called tweening. You can animate almost any property of a layer, position, scale, rotation, opacity, etc. using keyframes. So again, I'm just going to sort of show you a really basic animation technique that you're going to end up using a lot here. Alright, so again, I have my composition set. I'm going to hit OK. So I've already gone ahead and made this white square. And now I'm going to show you how to add keyframes. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to go to your layer. In this case, we're going to do the opacity. So I'm going to hit my hotkey T to bring up the opacity meter. So you're going to notice that on the timeline you have a stopwatch and then the percentage of opacity. So for now I'm going to go to the 1 second mark. And again, if I were to zoom this in, you could actually see the frames per second here. So again, 28, 29, about 30 frames per every second. Then at the 1 second mark, I'm going to click this stopwatch, and then it's going to drop this diamond, which is a keyframe. Now I'm going to go back to 0 seconds, and now I'm going to bring my opacity from 100% to 0. And you're going to notice that it drops another keyframe here. So now when I hit play within this 1 second, you're going to see that by adding keyframes, the rectangle will slowly fade into color. Pretty cool, right? So now what's nice and easy about keyframes is you can easily delete them. You just click, hit delete. If you want to delete the whole keyframe in the row, you just re-click this stopwatch and then it gets rid of all of them. You can also copy and paste. So let's say I want this rectangle to fade in and then fade out again at the 2 second mark. So I'm going to click on my keyframe, Command C to copy, go to the 2 second mark, Command V to paste. So now when I play, it's going to fade in and then fade out again. Now, let's say you want this fade out to last a little longer. Something you can do is, again, extend the timeline here. I'm going to go to the keyframe that's at 100% opacity, Command C. Then I'm just going to move it over a little bit, Command V. So now when I play this, you'll see that everything in between here doesn't affect it. It's going to stay at 100% opacity and then fade out. So again, this is just a really basic example. You can actually add keyframes for all different types of things here. So I could keyframe the rotation, the scale, the position. You can basically keyframe anything. But this is just a good start to show you how to keyframe the opacity.